out and away we
Bing bang.
Welcome to a special episode of Paddock Talk. I'm Scott,
I'm Kyle.
and when I say special episode, well, you guys are probably going to be listening to us on a Sunday afternoon and think, well, they're talking about the race in Australia. Well, no, everybody. We're actually staying up late to live watch at least a little bit of the race for your entertainment. Yes, it is almost 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Almost
And it
11
is-
o'clock. What?
Yeah,
11
sorry, I was
o'clock
just gonna say it's 9:50 on the West Coast here.
Son of a biscuit. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't do math at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm so sorry, man. The things we do for our millions and millions of listeners.
Around the world.
And probably in Australia. Oh man, that'd be so cool. That would be awesome if we had listeners in Australia right now. They'd be like, these guys are troopers, man. They stayed up to the wee hours of the morning. So let's just do a quick, because the race is starting in about 10 minutes. So we were just going to do kind of a quick review of qualifying and then give our predictions for the race, because we're going to get them in before it's lights out and away we go. So Kyle, what'd you think of qualifying?
Thought it was good. Some of the lower team cars really impressed me in qualifying. Up until later, obviously, when the better teams like Red Bull and Mercedes and Aston Martin kind of pulled ahead. But other than that, thought it was pretty good.
Oh yeah. Going into Q3, I think I was telling you, like watching FP3, like Checo Perez just having the most ridiculous time in the world trying to stop his car. He went off track at 3 to 4 times during FP3. And I was like, well, hopefully they figure their shit out for qualifying. And what happens? First pull on the track and buries his car in the sand trap in turn 3. And we have a Red Bull starting last. That was the biggest shock right there for me.
Yeah, and it seemed to be an issue that was plaguing him all weekend. From what I heard, it kind of seemed like the balance of the car was off, and even this short before the race starts, it still seems they're having that issue. So I don't even know if we're going to see him race.
Oh man, like I don't know if I don't know. Like this isn't much of an overtaking track. We have 4 DRS zones this year. Yeah, you heard me, guys. 4 DRS zones for this race. But it's not a huge passing track. So he's going to have to really get on the horse and try to either pass some cars or hope for a few safety cars, which, watching the F2 race, we could possibly see. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Ooh, drivers are getting suited up. Ooh, they're in the cars.
Just
This is so
just of
exciting.
note as well, Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas are both going to be starting from the pits. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
I figured Sergio was, but what was Bottas's?
I'm not quite sure. I just heard in the pre-race Will Buxton talking about it. But yeah, Bottas is going to be starting from the pits as well in 19th.
Oh wow. Well, yeah, he was pretty slow during qualifying. So I mean, it really doesn't hurt anything if you're going to start that far back. Might as well go for it.
Yeah.
But just talking qualifying real fast. What about Nico Hulkenberg?
Yeah.
Man, dude's got some one lap pace in that car.
Yeah, what was he, second after Q1 and third after Q2, or third after Q1 and third after Q2? Like, very impressive in the first 2 qualifying sessions in that Haas.
Especially since Kevin Magnussen was 14th in Q2, like no pace whatsoever. And looking at the times, Hulkenberg's time, like I mean, yeah, Nico's time in Q2 was 7/10 of a second, like quicker than K-Mag. And we're talking about a guy who hasn't raced on this new layout of the circuit yet. Like he's been out of full-time racing for 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And has been upstaging his teammate every single race, especially in qualifying.
Yeah. Yeah, so we had, do you just want to go through the rest of qualifying before the race starts?
Yeah, we got a few minutes.
Okay.
I'll let you take over.
Yeah. So we had Checo Perez obviously finishing 20th, or starting 20th, Bottas 19th, Logan Sargent, 18th. Zhou Guan Yu, 17th. Oscar Piastri, the hometown boy, Aussie, 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 16th.
Oh, oi, oi.
De Vries, 15th. Magnussen, like you said, 14th. Norris, 13th. Sonoda, 12th. Ocon, 11th. And Hulkenberg, 10th.
You pronounced the 15th starter's name wrong. It's Nick Debris after
Debris.
FP3.
Ah, yes, my bad.
Debris. The Hulk smash into starting P10th. Pierre Gasly in ninth. Alexander Albon, yeah, it's not a typo, qualified 8th. He was a man on a mission in qualifying. Charles Leclerc 7th. Lance Stroll 6th. Carlos Sainz 5th. All plan. Fernando Alonso 4th. Lewis Hamilton 3rd. George Russell 2nd. And no shock to anybody, Max Verstappen on pole by he had a pole time by almost 3/10 of a second.
Yeah, and I
Um,
think just talking about the top of the grid here, that my biggest surprise, and I think everyone's, was Mercedes being as quick as they were through qualifying, being what, 200ths behind Max. So,
yeah,
do you think this is
yeah.
a turning point in their season?
I, I don't know. Lewis is really strong at Melbourne. Um, like Alonso looked quick in qualifying. The only sector I think he really had issues was the second sector. So, to be fair, I tried. I tried to stay awake through the whole qualifying, but up to 2 a.m. in the morning, it's kind of hard. It's kind of
Yeah,
difficult.
yeah.
Um, but I don't know. Like, yeah, like both Mercedes 2 and 3, but I mean, Alonso 4th obviously got more pace out of the car than his teammate. I'm interested to see what he does for this race, which is about 4 minutes away.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, this is going to be an interesting start. I really can't wait to discuss the start of this race. Should we go into our picks since we
Yeah, we
are
should, yeah. Do you want to go first?
sorry if we're sorry if we're rushing because yeah, the race is getting ready to start, and we gotta get our picks in
Yeah, yeah.
before it's lights out. So who do you have finishing last place?
All right.
I'll let you go first.
So last place, so it's gonna be Checo. I think it's the clear choice for
Ooh,
me. He's just has not had a good weekend anywhere. He, I believe, was the last one to get into his car on the starting grid here, and his car was getting to the start point late anyway. So I think they're still having issues with that car. So I think we could see him exit the race here pretty quick.
we can see him do Daniel Kvyat and do a torpedo into one of the turns. Yeah, I actually have Checo finishing last too. I just think they're either gonna park the car or he's just gonna yeet it in one of the turns. Who do you have finishing P3?
So I have George Russell finishing P3.
Oh Jesus
Impressive
Christ! I
qualifying.
really thought you were gonna read straight off my book here, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, just impressive qualifying. I think, like last season, if that Mercedes is good, he'll probably outperform Lewis again. So yeah, George P3.
See, I got the other Merc in third. I have Lewis Hamilton. He is really, really good at Australia. Superior at Australia, and I just can't sleep on him. If that Mercedes is as good as advertised, what they had in qualifying, I think the crafty veteran might sneak into onto the podium.
I like
Who
it.
do you got for P2?
So P2, I'm gonna give to Max Verstappen. So
Oh Jesus,
I'm gonna throw some stats out here. So
go
this is
for it,
the
dude.
first time in the hybrid era Red Bull has gotten pole in Melbourne, and Red Bull has also never won in the hybrid era, my bad, at Melbourne. So I think we're gonna see a continuation of that pattern, and Max is gonna drop to second and not secure the dub.
Ooh. See, I have Max for a whole nother reason finishing second. Yeah, you are correct. Red Bull hasn't won in the hybrid era because Mercedes has just been so dominant, and the only time they were dominant was last year, and that's when Red Bull decided to give the rest of the field a chance to play catch up for the first three races. But No, I just my number one, I just think has a superior chance of getting P1. But I'm sure you have the same person finishing on top of the podium. So who is it?
Oh, Fernando Alonso. Oh, Fernando Alonso. I have El Plan finishing first and taking his, 33rd win in his, what was the stat? Here it
Hmm.
is. Give me 1 second, sorry.
No, you're good. They haven't even dropped the cars yet on the grid, so you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, so
Up, go ahead.
with each here it is. So each racer's 101st F1 podium has equaled a race win. So Alain Prost, Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel, Kimi Räikkönen have all won the race on their 101st podium. So I think Fernando might do the same and secure his 33rd win.
I hands down like, dude, get out of my brain, bro. Same exact reason why I have L Plan finishing on the top step of the podium. Had his 100th podium at our last race. Granted, it took a few hours to get it officially clarified. It was his 100th podium, and ooh, it is officially time for the car start formation lap.
The formation
But
lap
yeah,
has begun.
100% agree. Um, every driver who has gotten their 100th podium, their 101st podium has been a win, and you just can't buck tradition. To quote Valtteri Bottas, traditions. So,
And the
uh,
Instagram, I don't want to take the credit for those stats. The Instagram account I got them from is F1 Stats Guru. So pretty much
mhm.
uploads a great F1 stat every day. So great account to go follow.
I got mine from just watching practice because I'm a huge nerd because I watch all the practices at full length if I can, all the quali at full length when I can. So let's see what strategies we got going on. Cars are already starting their formation lap.
Hmm.
Uh, we got two cars on starting on hard compounds. Interesting.
I'm seeing
They're towards the back.
this is the record-breaking weekend attendance in Melbourne,
That
444,000 people.
just popped up on my screen. Man, what's man? Well, yeah, yeah, they raced at Melbourne last year, didn't they? Yeah, they
Yeah,
did because last year was the first year of their configuration. Wow,
and there was a
interesting.
3-year hiatus between 2022 and 2019 due to COVID, but we
Just
don't want
like
to
it,
bring that up.
and that never happened.
No.
Um, those years that we call it the dark period that never happened. Um, yeah, same thing at Canada because we went to Canada last year
Hmm.
and it was the same. It was it was their biggest crowd in Canadian GP history.
Yeah, and
All right,
I was
go ahead,
I
sir.
was on Twitter the other day and seeing what's his name? Dominic. I don't know the guy in F1. I don't know his name who's been talking about all the rule changes, but he was talking
Uh,
about possibly getting rid of free practice.
oh,
Did you hear?
Stefano Domenicani.
Yeah, that guy. So he was talking
Yeah.
about getting rid of free practice on Twitter, or I saw a story about it on Twitter, and seeing that it's just not a draw, and it
Well,
made me think.
getting
Sorry,
away
go ahead.
from Friday practice.
Oh,
Friday
okay.
practice. So
But
we would just have like one practice Saturday, and then go ahead.
yeah, I was just gonna say, just getting rid of that, it just kind of, I don't know, because it brought me back to when we were in Montreal and how every practice session was almost like the race. Like every single seat in the grandstands was full.
And every time a car passed, everybody was just cheering. It didn't
Yeah,
matter who it was. People were just on their feet cheering.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know why you take away free money like that. Like it's people are going to pay money to see it. Why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cars are on the grid.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Okay, so
we're
Checo is racing.
yep, they pulled the car out of the pit stall. Last cars are slotting into the grid positions. I can tell because the McLarens are towards the back. No shock. Who do you think pulls a start before the last light goes out?
Mm,
Max, come on. And
Max.
it's lights out, and away we
Bing
go!
bong.
And David Cross sues me. Oh my god, what a cover. Oh wow.
Oh.
George. George baby. And here comes oh my god.
Oh.
This is gonna be greasy going into three. Oh my god.
spray
And
off.
son of a. Of course, it's Shaw, and he's beached. He is
Oh,
beached.
Shaw.
Well, there goes my yeah. There goes my fantasy league up in smoke.
It looks like Carlos has moved up into third as well.
Carlos is. Yes, he is.
Or fourth. Fourth. No.
Um,
I can't see
one,
a
two.
list of leaders right now. Or race
Yeah,
times.
it looks like Carlos is fourth. Yeah, they hadn't put the thing up yet.
Looks
Is
like
Shaw beached? Like they had
George, Lewis.
safety car. Oh my God, lap one safety car.
So, yeah, it's Russell, Hamilton, Verstappen, Sainz, Alonso, top five. Alex Albon up in sixth.
Both Alpines in the top 10. Oh, look, and Nico Hulkenberg didn't gain a position when a car ahead of him spins out.
Hmm.
Jesus, Murphy. Oh wow, what a man! What a good race to do our first live reaction to.
Yeah, great start from the Mercedes. Let's see
Oh
what
wow,
else.
George Russell off the hop. Merc 1 and 2.
Alpine, everyone's getting in the wheel changes right now.
Uh-oh.
Tire
Esteban,
changes.
don't screw this pit stop up. Don't.
2-6.
Okay, we're good. Oh wow, that's yeah, Charles Leclerc like oh wow, that's just rough for him.
Yeah,
I mean, because what was it last year? Last year,
he
lap
won.
one, it was the other yeah, but it was the other Ferrari that beached himself. It was
Yeah.
Carlos Sainz going off on 11.
hmm
Oh, massive tire changes here.
Showing a replay of Charles right now.
Shogun Yu.
Oh, it looks like he took
Yeah.
contact from one of the Aston Martins, maybe. Maybe
It
Lance.
looks like probably Stroll. Yeah.
Mhm.
No? No. Oh yeah, Stroll got him.
Hopefully, no penalty there for a Lancey boy.
Oof. Hit there. Ooh, wow.
No
Man,
further
Fernando.
investigation for that collision.
Uh, yeah, lap one, Stewart's normally pretty lenient, just for a simple
Okay.
fact of it's. Oof, man, Stroll's lucky that's not a left front suspension failure.
hmm
Oh wow. Yeah, normally Stewart's on lap one are pretty lenient
Okay.
on a lot of things, unless you just do a total Daniel Kvyat and just bomb it late into a corner and nail three people.
And you're pretty
Man,
convinced that he crashed on purpose, hey? Or is that like the story that he crashed
what's
on
that?
purpose? That crash gate?
Ooh,
Daniel Kvyat?
no, that was Nelson Piquet Jr.
Oh,
That was
okay.
Crashgate. No, Kvyat. What was it? Oh shoot. Um, I'm trying to remember the race off the top of my head because it was the memorable cool down room incident with Vettel. And Vettel's like, man, what is your problem? What? And because Kvyat just dove. Man, I wish I could remember what race it was. It just dove into turn one and just took out two cars and I think drilled Vettel. And Vettel saved it. And he's like, you came in like a torpedo, man. Ah, man, it's just racing. No, it's stupidity, not racing. We got another look at it.
hmm So why would
Oh,
they
wow.
need a
Three
safety
wide
car
going
there?
into three.
Just to move the car, I guess, hey?
What's that?
Do you think the only reason they have a safety car there is to remove the car from the
Yeah,
gravel
because
pits?
they have to get it. Yeah, they can't. When a car's beached like that, right near the track, there's no way they can even have a virtual safety car.
Okay.
Yeah, you might as well just throw a safety car just to safely remove the car.
hmm
And it should be relatively quick, unlike the F2 feature race earlier today, where it took them 10 minutes to under safety car to unbeach a car. Man, Max just looks horrible.
Yeah,
Like just no traction going into coming off three.
yeah, he was complaining about downshifting during qualifying again too. I don't know if you heard his radio messages at all, but it seems like that
Oh, I did not.
the drivers are just having the same issues with that Red Bull every single race. Max with the
Well,
downshifting and then Checo's balance.
as of right now, the pace is no issue. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as long as the downshifting doesn't break the drivetrain like it did in qualifying last week or last race. Oh, and the safety car has ended.
Green
They
flag, and
haven't,
we're racing.
and not quite. Now it's gone. Yeah, there we go. Man, you're like a second ahead of me.
I
Damn it,
fixed it.
Canadian internet.
I fixed it.
hmm. George is gone.
Alex Albon still up in 6th, gained a couple positions.
Oh yeah. There goes Hulk. Yeah, he got ninth. So they finally fixed the scoring.
Sonoda's been flirting with the points every race this season. Hopefully he
Yeah,
finishes one in the points here.
Yeah, the only issue is that he's got to finish the race. That's his big drawback. I mean, he already took one car flying in was it P1 or P2? Or FP1 or FP2?
I can't remember.
Gasly, the only car on softs right now in this run. And 14 on down is all hard compounds. Everybody from 1 to 13, besides Gasly, is on the medium. All Gasly is on the softs. Interesting. It's bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how that pays off. But yeah, Australia is a really low tire deg track, so I mean, you can probably pull that off and switch to hards. So I'm assuming all these guys at the bottom are either going to try to run hards towards the end or do a hard run and then hope for another safety car and then switch to soft so they have the pace advantage towards the end of the race.
I was hearing before the race about Alpine possibly trying for a one pit strategy, and they did get Ocon in during that safety car. I know it's early, like still really early, but
Yep, because Ocon is the second car on hards at the in 15th. I was gonna say and has the fastest lap, but George Russell just yeah he
yeah.
snagged.
Verstappen's gaining on Lewis.
Oh yes.
Gonna
Yeah,
see
I don't
some
think he's got
racing
enough
here.
for the dive bomb going into 9. I don't think he's got it. Man, that's just wild. Last year they didn't have DRS through there, and now they have it. That's just almost getting to 190 miles an hour. And in that quick left right chicane.
George has just set fastest lap.
But how much is it Red Bull just easing off? Like maybe just Max is like, I'll just let these guys use their stuff up, and I'll pounce towards the end when they go for their strategy, when they go for their pit stops, and he can cut up. Max has that fastest lap now. So look at Lando and Oscar.
Yeah, they're
11th, 12th, or 13th.
yeah. That McLaren has put on a better showing this weekend than they have in the last 2 races. I know they're still mainly looking towards the next race in Baku, I believe, after this long break, this extended 3-week break, because of the Chinese Grand Prix not being a part of the calendar this year.
Yeah, thanks a lot, China.
China.
No, I thought Max was maybe gonna pull a move. I think he's just gonna save his stuff up and just wait until he either has the time, the right spot for a move, or just wait for these. Oh my God, what is Lewis doing?
Let the
I
Mercedes
thought he was
battle
going
it
for the
out.
lead. Oh my God,
Let
what
them
was that?
let them fight.
If it was the roles reversed, Lewis would be on the radio saying, "What the hell is he doing? Tell him to defend. Tell him to defend."
Yep.
And
Max
Carlos is like,
Verstappen set fastest lap again,
fastest
and
lap.
then Sainz said
Oh,
it, and then Alonso said it.
it is El Plan, sir.
George is on the radio. Can't see what he's saying.
Come on, they put a. Oh yeah, they did. Son of a biscuit.
Yeah, but everyone listening, if they want to see more live show reactions, just put it in the comments wherever you listen. If it's something you want to see in the
Oh yeah.
future again.
Yeah, Apple Pod, Spotify, YouTube.
Hmm.
Go on to our Facebook page, Paddock Talk. Um,
Oh,
yeah, Instagram, Twitter. Oh, it's yellow flag sector 2, and it's
Alex
Albon.
Albon's fan
And
out.
oh, that's a car right there.
Another safety
That's
car
gonna be
early in the race.
that's gonna be with all that debris on the track. Yeah, there's no way
Hmm.
because the marshals have to go on the track and sweep it all up.
And that Mercedes
Interesting.
safety car is back out.
So we have a Mercedes 1, 2, and 3 technically.
Nothing fishy there. And Michael Massey was spotted around the paddock. Maybe he's
uh,
greasing Toto's pockets for 2021 to get back.
no, Michael, that's not right. That's not right. Oh man.
I know he was weaseling his way
Wait,
around the
wait.
paddock.
Why is it saying George pitted? Interesting. Russell's coming in.
I think maybe the teams
What's the
are. There's going to be more safety cars, and these teams are going to start keep using them.
so George Russell switched to the hards, and Carlos is switching to. Shoot, I did not see what he switched to.
Carlos, he switched to
Uh,
hards.
interesting. So they're going to the end of the race.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I was originally going to have my last place be Alex Albon, but yeah, just Checo's weekend just changed my mind. But it looks like
Hey,
Albon
you
ended
know
up
what?
finishing 19th.
You know what? Tiny miracles. I just thought of this in our F1 fantasy league because we do bonus points for last and 10th. I got Shaw, so I have the bonus points for last. There is a silver lining after all.
Mm.
Oh my god, what the? I mean, Alex, man, that's bad, man.
Just span right out
I feel bad.
the front of the
I
car.
feel bad for him.
Yeah.
A hell of a qualifying effort and punts it in like that.
Yeah, I feel like people were expecting decent things out of him this weekend too.
Oh yeah, after that qualifying session, man, that was just. I mean, what not to expect from him?
So Lewis upset that he didn't get called into the pits and Russell did.
Here's a shock. Oh, here's a shock. Like, okay, the rule of thumb with F1, the lead driver, the driver in front of the team car, gets preferential treatment. So obviously George is going to get the pit stop. Wow, they're calling a red flag.
Yeah, I was gonna say just while you were talking there, they called off the safety car. It's gonna be a red flag. Too much debris on the track, it looks like. Lots of gravel.
Yeah, that is true because they're gonna need the sweeper out to sweep all that up and interesting.
Again,
Man,
with this extended break coming up, the episodes we're gonna be putting out are what were they, Scott? We're gonna do a like our favorite track kind of deal, our favorite
yeah,
racers.
yeah, we got a couple different episode ideas in the old pipeline, mate. Kind of like how we did with our NASCAR show. Like it's still going to pertain to F1 per se, but it's not going to be about. It's not going to be like upcoming race and talk about. It's going to be. I think it'd be cool to list who our favorite racers are, why. Just spend a show on it, like favorite tracks, favorite you know favorite circuits past and present, favorite drivers past and present. Just really, it's just cool to talk about the history of the sport, of this great sport, and other things too. And if you guys have anything you would like us to talk about, oh, please tell us in the comments on our socials and our on where all you've listened to our podcast.
Yeah, we do have a Discord chat too, I believe. Just anyone can join. I'll have to mess with the settings a bit, but anyone who just wants to join and come and talk to us in Discord,
Heck yeah.
give us
To be
ideas.
fair, if we don't answer, it's because I really look at the chat. I know. I'm
Hmm.
bad about it. Man, it's so weird seeing Lewis get out of a car and not seeing Angela right behind him with the umbrella and holding all this stuff. Now he's got some poor guy lugging bags.
Hmm.
There's Bono.
Yeah. So we are at half an hour
Wow.
now. So, and it looks like we are going to have an extended stoppage in the race here due to the red flag. So this might be a good time to end it.
Um, we gotta say goodbye already. Yeah, I was gonna
I don't
think
know.
it's a red flag. It's looking like they're not gonna start for. Yeah, drivers are out of the car. They're not gonna
Yeah.
start for another probably 15, 20 minutes, and I don't think we can. I don't think we can stretch 15 to 20 minutes off a 9 lap, two safety car race already.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll end here. I appreciate everybody who's gonna listen to the show. It'll be obviously on Sunday. I mean, the race should be over by then. The way it's going, who the hell knows? But yeah, please, yeah, if you like to see more live reactions, I mean, hey, the more people that give us feedback, hell, we'll do it on YouTube, we'll do it on Twitch, we'll figure a way to do it actually live, so you can stay with us on it. I mean, if that's something you'd like to see, we are we are here to please you guys.
Yeah, if we could turn this into eventually doing live streams for like qualifying and the race and all that, that'd be great.
Hell yeah, I want to quit my miserable job so I can just talk about F1 and talk to all our fans, all
Move
the millions.
move to Monaco, hang out on yachts with Kimmy.
Yeah, and if you guys get us to Monaco, you're allowed to party with us. We'll put you on our yacht, and we'll just you know what? We'll do a live stream from Monaco on the Paddock Talk yacht with our fans.
Our first 50 subscribers will take on the yacht. I'll keep the names. I have the receipts. I print them out.
I printed them out. I have it printed. Oh boy. Well, I think yeah, we definitely need to end it because yeah, this is going to be a bit.
Yeah.
So I appreciate everybody for listening to our quick reaction and our pre-race predictions, which are looking pretty good as of right now, and our reaction. And yeah, I've been Scott, and I thank you very much.
Yeah, and I've been Kyle. Thank you guys so much. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to Paddock Talk. Don't forget to like and share the episode, and check us out at Paddock Talk on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Discord.